I just turned my husband's selfish, open marriage scheme into his biggest nightmare. And it's the most shocking comeback you'll ever hear. Picture this. I'm standing at a fancy neighborhood gala, wine glass in hand, smirking as whispers spread like wildfire. Ethan, my husband, is across the room, his face pale, his charm gone. Everyone's staring, phones out, as his lies crash around him. He begged for an open marriage, admitted he was already cheating with some smug coworker, and thought I'd just take it. Me, Lauren Carter, the loyal wife who built our perfect life? No way. I played his game and flipped it to ruin him. Keep watching or listening to see how I burned his plan. Hit subscribe to catch this epic takedown. Drop in the comments if you've ever been betrayed like this. But to get how I pulled this master move, let's go back to when my world fell apart. My name's Lauren Carter. I'm 36, a mom of 2, and a marketing manager who's always hustling. Our life in this upscale suburb looks like a dream. Big house, white shutters, a lawn. Ethan mows every Sunday. Inside, it's cozy, soft couches, kids' toys scattered, the creak of our front door when I come home. My kids, Emma and Noah, are my heart. Emma's 8, all giggles and art projects. Noah's 5, obsessed with dinosaurs. I'd do anything for them. Ethan and we've been married 12 years. I thought we were solid. He's in sales, always charming clients, flashing that handsome smile. At backyard barbecues, neighbors love him. Ethan's the best, they say, sipping beers. I used to agree. But there's a crack in the picture. Ethan's been off. Late nights at work. Quick glances at his phone. I'd ask, and he'd laugh, say, "Just stress, babe." I trusted him. I'm not perfect, work's crazy, the kids are a handful, but I've always been loyal. I thought he was too. Our home's my safe place. The smell of coffee in the morning, Emma's drawings on the fridge, Noah's sticky hugs. I built this life, and I loved it. My best friend Jess lives 2 streets over. She's single, blunt, and always has my back. "You're too good for Ethan," she'd tease, but I'd roll my eyes. Jess throws the best parties, loud music, spicy margaritas, neighbors spilling gossip. Then there's the rest of our circle. Karen, the nosy mom who knows everything. Mike, Ethan's golf buddy who's clueless. And Claire, the yoga mom who's always zen, but loves drama. It's a tight suburb, all fake smiles and secrets. I fit right in, or so I thought. It started on a quiet night. Kids were asleep. I was on the couch, scrolling my phone when Ethan sat down. His face was weird, too calm, like he'd rehearsed something. "Lauren," he said, voice smooth, "we need to talk." My stomach twisted. He leaned forward, hands clasped, and dropped the bomb. "I want an open marriage." I froze. "What?" My voice was small, like I didn't hear right. He kept going, all casual, like he was ordering pizza. "It's modern, babe, we're young, I need to explore myself." Explore myself? I stared at him, my heart pounding. Then he said it, cold as ice. "I'm already seeing someone. Mia, from work. It's not a big deal." Not a big deal? My world shattered. Mia, I'd met her at his office Christmas party. Early 30s, all tight dresses and smug laughs. She'd flirted with Ethan right in front of me and he'd just grinned. Now he was sleeping with her? I felt sick. "How long?" I whispered. He shrugged. "A few months." Months. He'd been lying, sneaking while I was packing lunches and kissing him goodnight. I wanted to scream, but I just sat there, numb. Ethan kept talking, all slick excuses. "This'll be good for us. Freedom, you know. You can see other people too." I laughed, bitter. "I don't want anyone else, Ethan." He sighed, like I was the problem. "Don't be dramatic, Lauren." Dramatic? He was ripping our family apart, and I was dramatic? Then he slid a folder across the coffee table. "One more thing," he said, all business. "We need to update our financial agreement. Protect our assets with the kids and all." I opened it, hands shaking. It was a legal document full of jargon, but one thing stood out. It'd leave me with nothing if we split. No house, no savings, barely enough for the kids. My blood ran cold. He wasn't just cheating, he was planning to screw me over. I looked at him, his fake concern, his cold eyes. "Think about it," he said, standing up. "It's best for everyone." He walked upstairs, leaving me alone, the folder in my lap, my heart broken. I didn't sleep that night. I sat in the dark, replaying his words. Open marriage. Mia. Not a big deal. Every word stung. I felt like a fool. All those late nights, those quick texts. He'd been with her. And now this financial deal? He was setting me up to lose everything. My home, my kids' future, my life. But something else was growing inside me. Rage. Ethan thought I was weak, some doormat who'd cry and sign his papers. He was wrong. I wasn't broken, I was angry. I wiped my tears, grabbed my phone and texted Jess. Emergency coffee, tomorrow, Ethan's a jerk. She replied instantly, spill, I'm here. The next morning I dropped the kids at school and met Jess at our favorite coffee shop. It's a cute place, wood tables, the hiss of espresso machines, moms in yoga pants. Jess was waiting, her blonde hair in a messy bun, eyes sharp. What'd he do? She asked. I told her everything. Ethan's open marriage pitch. Mia, the shady financial deal. Jess's jaw dropped. That snake, she hissed. He's cheating and trying to rob you? Oh, we're burning him down. I laughed, but I was scared. Jess, he's got a lawyer. Money hidden somewhere. If I fight, I could lose the kids. She grabbed my hand. You're Lauren freaking Carter. You're smart. You're tough. We'll outsmart him. Her confidence lit a spark in me. I wasn't giving up. Ethan wanted to play dirty. I'd play dirtier. That night, I looked at the financial papers again. Buried in the fine print was a clause. If Ethan filed for divorce first, I'd get almost nothing, but he'd keep the house and most of our savings. It was a trap. He was betting I'd just agree to his open marriage, sign this deal, and let him run off with Mia. I closed the folder, my hands steady. Not today, Ethan, I whispered. I was going to fight. If you're gasping at Ethan's guts, keep watching or listening for how I turned his game against him. Hit subscribe to see this jerk get what he deserves. I had to be smart. Ethan was slick, always one step ahead with his charm and lies. If I wanted to win, I couldn't let him know I was onto him. So I played along. The next morning, I made his coffee, smiled, and said, I'm thinking about the open marriage thing. His eyes lit up like he'd already won. Good, he said, all smooth. It'll be fun, babe. Fun? I wanted to throw the coffee in his face, but I just nodded. Let me read the financial stuff too, I added, casual. He didn't blink. Sure, it's all standard. Standard, my ass. I started small. Ethan was careless with his phone, always leaving it on the counter, no passcode. One night, while he was in the shower, I grabbed it. My heart was pounding. I scrolled through his texts. There she was, Mia. Messages full of heart emojis, plans to meet at some hotel. I felt sick, but I kept going. Then I found it. A text to his lawyer, Tom. Make sure the agreement locks her out. I'm moving funds next week. Moving funds? Ethan was hiding money, setting up his escape with Mia. I snapped photos of the texts, my hands shaking, and put the phone back. I told Jess everything at her place that weekend. Her living room's all boho, string lights, colorful pillows, the clink of wine glasses. He's a greedy idiot, she said, grinning. We've got him. Jess had an idea. Charm Tom, Ethan's lawyer. He's single, loves to talk, she said. I'll get him drunk at the next barbecue and dig. I loved it. Jess was my secret weapon. But I had to keep up the act at home. Ethan was bolder now, coming home late, not even hiding Mia's perfume on his clothes. Work was wild, he'd say, flashing that fake smile. I'd smile back, my stomach churning. Cool, I'd say, like I didn't care. Inside, I was building my trap. I needed more dirt. Ethan's laptop was my next target. He kept it in his office, a small room off the living room with golf trophies and a big desk. One afternoon, while he was at work, and the kids were at school, I slipped in. The laptop was password protected, but I knew Ethan. He's lazy. I tried Emma Noah 1, our kids' names. It worked. Idiot. His emails were a goldmine. Bank statements showed transfers to an offshore account. Thousands of dollars gone. There were emails with Tom, too, about the financial agreement. One said, Lauren won't notice, she's too busy with the kids. Won't notice? I was furious. I copied everything to a USB drive, my hands steady. Then I found an email from Mia. Can't wait for our new life, babe, it said with a winking emoji. New life? Ethan wasn't just cheating. He was planning to leave me, take everything, and run off with her. I leaned back, grinning. Got you, I whispered. But I had to be careful. Ethan was cocky, but he wasn't dumb. If he caught me snooping, he'd change his plans. I cleared the laptop's history, locked it, and slipped out. That night he came home, all smug, and kissed my cheek. You're the best, babe, he said. I smiled, my trap set. Jess was killing it too. At Mike's barbecues, string lights, burgers sizzling, Karen gossiping, she worked her magic on Tom. He was tipsy, laughing at her jokes. Ethan's got big plans, Tom slurred. New account, new life. Jess texted me later. Tom's spilling. Ethan's hiding cash in the Caymans. The Caymans? My blood boiled. Ethan thought he could steal my life and sail off with Mia? Not happening. If Ethan's greed is making you mad, Keep watching or listening for how I flipped his plan. Hit subscribe to cheer for my comeback. It wasn't all smooth. Mia was a problem. She was bold, posting selfies with Ethan on social media. One showed them at a rooftop bar, her arm around him, captioned, "Living my best life." Best life? I wanted to scream. Neighbors saw it too. Karen cornered me at the coffee shop, all fake sympathy. "Lauren, are you okay?" I saw Mia's post. I forced a smile. "We're fine, Karen." But inside, I was hurting. Worse, Ethan was getting suspicious. One night, he caught me near his office. "What are you doing?" he asked, eyes narrow. I laughed, all sweet. "Looking for Emma's art book." He relaxed, but I saw the doubt. I had to move faster. The kids were my biggest worry. Emma was quiet lately, asking, "Why's Daddy gone a lot?" I hugged her, my heart breaking. "He's just busy, sweetie." I hated lying, but I couldn't let them see this mess. If Ethan took our money, their future, college, soccer camp, all of it, was gone. I had to protect them. Jess kept me grounded. "You're a badass," she said over wine. "Ethan's got no clue what's coming." But I was scared. What if I failed? What if he won? I pushed the fear down. "He's going down," I said, clinking her glass. My trap was almost ready. The neighborhood gala was coming. A big deal, all fancy dresses and live music at the community center. Ethan loved it. He'd charm everyone. Play the perfect husband. This year, I'd use it to destroy him. I leaked small hints first. I sent anonymous emails to Ethan's boss, Greg, with screenshots of his offshore account. "Check Ethan's finances," I wrote. I tipped off Claire, the yoga mom, about Mia. "Saw Ethan with someone," I said, all casual. Claire's eyes lit up. She'd spread it like wildfire. Jess got more from Tom. "Ethan's pushing the financial deal next week," she texted. "He thinks you're signing." Perfect. I had one last move. I hacked Ethan's work email, same lazy password, and found a presentation for the gala. He was pitching a big client, all eyes on him. I grinned. That presentation was my weapon. But Mia was still a thorn. She showed up at a school event, all smug, chatting with Ethan like they were a couple. Emma saw them, confused. "Who's that lady, Mommy?" I swallowed my rage. "Just Daddy's friend." I had to stay calm. The gala was days away. Ethan was cocky, Mia was clueless, and my trap was set. Want to see Ethan's crash? Keep watching or listening and subscribe. It's gonna be insane. The night of the gala, I was nervous. The community center was stunning. Chandeliers, white tablecloths, the clink of champagne glasses. I wore a red dress, bold, like armor. Ethan was in a tux, all charm, shaking hands, laughing. Mia was there too, in a sparkly dress, hanging on his arm. I wanted to scream, but I smiled, my trap ready. I'd rigged his presentation. Using his email, I'd swapped his slides for ones I made. They looked professional, charts, graphs, but buried in them were screenshots. His texts with Mia. Bank transfers to the Caymans. Emails with Tom about screwing me over. It'd play on the big screen, mid-pitch, and he'd have no clue until it was too late. The room filled up. Greg, Ethan's boss, was in the front row. Neighbors whispered, eyeing Mia. Karen leaned over. "You okay, Lauren?" I nodded, heart pounding. Never better. Jess was in the back, giving me a thumbs up. It was time. Ethan took the stage, all smug. "Thanks for coming," clicking his remote. The first slides were fine, sales numbers, boring stuff. Then it hit. A giant screenshot, his text to Mia. "Lauren's clueless. We're set." The crowd gasped. Ethan froze, clicking frantically. Another slide. His bank transfers labeled Cayman account. Whispers turned to murmurs. Greg stood up, face red. "Ethan, what is this?" Ethan stammered. "It's a mistake." But the next slide was worse. His email to Tom. "Lauren won't notice." The room exploded. Neighbors pulled out phones recording. Mia's face went white. She bolted for the door, heels clicking. Ethan was alone, spotlight burning, as the final slide hit. A photo of him and Mia, captioned "New life, babe?" I stood up, all calm. "I found these on his laptop," I said, voice clear. "He's been cheating, hiding money, planning to leave us." The crowd turned on him, booing. Greg stormed over. "You're fired, Ethan, and we're auditing you." Ethan's face crumbled. He looked at me, eyes wide, like he finally saw me. "Lauren," he started. I cut him off. "You wanted freedom, Ethan, so I gave you a trap you'll never forget." The room roared. Jess was cheering. Karen was speechless. Ethan ran out, chased by phones and shouts. I stood there, heart racing, proud. If that was wild, keep watching or listening for how it ends. Hit subscribe to see justice served. The next week was chaos. Ethan's life fell apart. Greg's audit found his offshore account, stolen client funds. He lost his job, his reputation, everything. Mia dumped him, posting a whiny story about moving on. Good riddance. Neighbors shunned him. Karen brought me cookies. All you're so strong, Lauren. I just smiled. I hired a lawyer, Sarah, a friend of Jess's. She tore apart Ethan's financial deal. Void. I kept the house, the savings, in full custody of the kids. Ethan got a tiny apartment and supervised visits. He's broke, alone, and scared of me now. I felt guilty sometimes. The gala was messy. Emma saw some of the drama, and I hated that. But when I tucked her in, she said, "You're the best, Mommy." Noah hugged me tight. They're happy, safe. That's what matters. I'm free now. The house is ours. Creaky door, cozy couches, Emma's art everywhere. Jess throws epic parties, and I laugh again. I'm dating a little, taking it slow. I'm stronger, happier. Ethan thought he could break me, but I won. If you loved this wild comeback, keep watching or listening for more. Hit subscribe to cheer for justice. I sit on my porch sometimes, coffee in hand, watching Emma and Noah play. The suburb's quieter now. No Ethan, no Mia, just us. Jess stops by, cracking jokes. Karen's still nosy, but I don't mind. Claire's yoga classes are actually fun. I'm part of this place, but I'm me again. I think about trust, betrayal, fighting back. Ethan hurt me, but I learned I'm tough. I talked to Jess about it and she says, "You're a legend, Lauren." I laugh, but she's right. I saved my family. I showed my kids what strength looks like. I'm not perfect, but I'm proud. My life's not perfect. Work's busy, the kids are wild, but it's mine. I built it, and no one's taking it away. If you're fighting your own Ethan, keep going. You're stronger than you know.